Hi everyone, it's Chris, aka Biggest Rebel. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to look at some of my old Pokemon Gijinkas and redraw them. So this is on my old profile here. I'll have it linked below. This is my Squirtle, aka SQ. I just took the first two letters because I'm lazy. Then we have my Staryu. Her name is Lily. That's actually what I named her in the game, so that's why that name stuck. This is Rattata. Why can I not talk all of a sudden? Anyway, this is Scraggy. Her name is M. She's Rattata's best friend. The Rattata's name is actually June. This is Munchlax. I really like Snorlax and Munchlax. I think they're both really cute. This is my Spiritum, who I also think is really cool. Her name is Rouge. This is Lith, aka my Growlithe, because I got lazy with the names again. This is my Chingling, aka Chini, or Chiny. I don't remember which way to pronounce that. This is my Natu, aka Nathan, little baby. And then we have my last baby Pokemon, Mime Jr., aka Mikey Scuttleopus Jr., because I'm crazy with names, apparently. And this is Gibble, aka Gilbert, self-explanatory. This is my Apom, aka Aben. And then we have our Hoot Hoot, aka Holly. And then we have our Shinx, aka Sarah, who is actually Gilbert's older sister. Then we have my shiny Eevee, aka Evans, who will become a Vaporeon one day. And then we have our Trubbish, aka Trubby, who was a joke character, but now I really love him. And then we have our Taypig, aka Chelsea, who is just adorable. I love her. Then we have my legendary Mesprit. I can't pronounce names apparently. It came Melanie. Then we have our trainer, aka Ace, who is the trainer of all these Pokemon. And then finally we have our Starmie, Lillian, who is the evolution of Staryu. So that's just kind of her older. So there are all my Pokemons. I'll go ahead and link that. And I don't use that profile anymore. Unfortunately, this is my new one. Obviously, it's kind of empty, but I'll link that down below as well. So they'll both be linked down below. And then we're just going to redraw a few of them. The first one we're going to draw is actually Ace, aka the trainer, and he went through a lot of different revisions actually in his evolution. Get it? Because they're Pokemon and they... Anyway, so Ace started off as a child. He was heavily inspired by Chucky from the Rugrats series because I love Rugrats. First of all, Chucky was always kind of my favorite because I really related to his anxiety, and I liked his design when I was looking back on it. So he had, while Chucky didn't have overalls, I gave Ace overalls because I think overalls are really cute for kids. He had the untied shoelaces and the curly red hair. The curly red hair stayed obviously because I just kind of aged him up as I went. And the reason why I aged him was because all the other trainers who were in the same group of me were older. And I was like, Ace doesn't really fit in with all these older people. Let me change him a little bit. So I kind of just aged him up and then became an older trainer. Got all these Pokemon. But then I was so active in the group because I really loved this group and I really loved my designs and my children that they asked me if I wanted to be one of the leaders or one of the gym leaders. And so I was like, sure, that's so much fun. So then I aged him a little bit more, try to kind of make him a little more responsible. He's still just a loser kid, of course. I love him, so it's fine. So then I decided, you know, like all the gym leaders in the games and in this show always seem to have like a type, which kind of makes them weak and easy to defeat as long as you have a Pokemon who can defeat that type. So I decided to do that for Ace too. It didn't go really anywhere. So I have a Squirtle and a Staryu. Obviously, I was going to do a water theme, by the way, because the water trainers were always my favorite. Shout out to Nessa. I love her. And then that's why I had the Eevee. I was going to evolve her into Vaporeon, who's my favorite evolution. But that didn't go anywhere because I kind of stopped being active. Because it was at the very end of high school and I was just starting college, which also didn't go anywhere. Anyway, so, and then his design just kind of went from there. So I've drawn him either with jeans, usually tight-fitting jeans, but I decided to give him looser jeans just because I don't really draw those very often. So I decided to give myself a challenge. His trademark red high tops, of course. So there he is completed. I really love him. So I'm glad to see him again. But we're going to go ahead and move right along over to our Eevee, aka Evans. I really like her design. I kind of wanted her to be kind of like a wild child type character, because I thought that really contrasts against who Vaporeon almost is. So when she does evolve to Vaporeon, she would be more responsible because she is older. So I kind of wanted her younger design as an Eevee to be kind of wild and free, which is how we got this. Her tail's kind of messy as well because she doesn't really comb it out either. So I know I talked about before that I like to take the Pokemon designs and try to make them as human as possible. I didn't do that with her and some of my other Pokemon. In case you guys didn't notice, I gave them some of them had tails and whatnot. It just depends on how I was feeling or when I designed them at the time. So I didn't want to redesign her because I really liked her design, and I still really like her design. I think she's super cute. I like her messy haircut with the short bangs that make it seem like she cut her own hair and didn't do a good job of it. Doesn't come out her tail. I am going to be making a video where I draw all the evolutions as Gijinkas. I'm thinking I'm gonna make them based off her design and how she would be in each different evolution, but that's something to look out for. The colors, I chose a shiny Eevee. I'd never had a shiny other than Eevee, because I really like the shiny colors, especially on Eevee. The evolution shinies are okay, I guess, but the Eevee shiny is just so, I don't know, it's so pretty. The gray and the blue, I don't know, I really like those colors. And I don't know if you all noticed, but all of my Pokemon, including and Ace, all have red high tops. This was something because I wanted to kind of unify the team, and they didn't really have anything else that could unify them. So I was like, what if they all have the same shoes? Then they kind of look more like a team. So that's the reason why I did that. I did change that when I was redrawing Rouge and Holly, but I kept them on Evans because they just seem to really fit her character. She seems like the type who would wear red high tops, doesn't she? Anyway, I really like Evans. There she is completed, and we're gonna go ahead and move right along. So now we're going to be drawing Holly, who is Hoot Hoot Gijinka. I really like Hoot Hoot. I like owls in general, and I like birds a lot. So doing Hoot Hoot was really kind of fun. So I just kind of took the different elements of Hoot Hoot, like the headband. The reason why she had that stance was because I kind of felt like Hoot Hoot's on one foot. It might be 2 feet put together, but it looks like 1 foot. So I was like, oh, let's make her stand on 1 foot. And then the dress, Lolita inspired. I'm not going to say it's Lolita because I'm not a professional when it comes to Lolita's fashion, but I do love it, and so I decided to kind of take inspiration from that with her design. So I thought that having the poofy dress kind of fit the bottom, like how Hoot Hoot is round, so I was like, okay, well, let's make her kind of round. And then the ruffle, part, sorry about that, my phone started ringing. The ruffle part was based off the bottom feathers that come out by Hoot Hoot's legs. So that's the reason why it has those design elements as well. Redrawing Holly was probably one of my favorite things to do, just because I do really like Lolita fashion a lot. I have a lot of inspiration from that, and I love to draw it, and I love to look at it. I don't dress in Lolita, obviously. They don't make Lolita clothes in my size anyway, but I just really enjoyed drawing Holly. And then of course she had her glasses because Hoot Hoot, I don't know, owls just give the kind of look of having big eyes. I didn't want to give her giant eyes, so I just gave her giant glasses instead. So that's the reason why I did that. And then I just kind of picked and choose the colors from her design that I got from Hoot Hoot. And of course, I think a lot of Lolitas wouldn't have their thighs exposed either, which it's not a lot of thigh, it's very little right above her knee. I still think she's really cute, and I still think that she represents some Lolita fashion, even if it's not all of it, or it's not great. So for the original design for Holly, I gave her red, what do they call it, scleras? Is that the white part of your eye? But I decided for this time around, I'll just keep them white and then just give her red eyes, because that would make more-ish sense than having red scleras, I guess. I don't even know if I'm saying the right word, but whatever. Her outfit is kind of simple, especially for Lolita, but let's just say, like, she's not over the top Lolita. She's very simple Lolita. And if you know what Hoot looks like, I hope that you guys can kind of see the choices that I made with her character here with the reds and the browns. I feel like that really represents her pretty well. And I actually really, really like her hair. I thought she was really cute, because you don't see a lot of Lolitas with curly-ish hair that goes up instead of down. So I kind of wanted to represent that with her. And as always, I love to paint hair, so she was a lot of fun to finish up on that part as well. And then we take the pink from Hoot's legs and just kind of put them on the socks. I don't think it really fits the rest of the outfit, but I just kind of wanted to keep all those colors together. So that's her done there with the rest of the team. I just kind of wanted them to stand next to Ace all together. And then we're going to finish off with the Spiritum, aka Rouge. I always have a hard time starting off a face with the circles. So that's why if you guys see me draw, I'll like redraw a circle 300 different times. I love Rouge. I think she's so funny. She's kind of a trickster type character because she's a ghost type, so I just figured that that would fit her personality a lot. I love her hair, just crazy everywhere kind of hair. I gave her a poncho, by the way, because I don't know. I just felt poncho would definitely fit her, because that's something somebody crazy would wear, I guess. I don't know. I thought it was funny. I kind of just wanted to fit all the colors together too, of the actual Pokemon. I think I might have made her legs a little too long for her age, because they're all supposed to be kid Pokemons, by the way, until they evolve. Like Lily, when she evolved, she got older, and that's kind of what I want to do with all of them. But for some reason, I feel like I made her too tall for her age, but I still really like this drawing that I did of her, because I haven't drawn her in forever. And then she has just a bunch of random accessories. These are all the little orbs that float around in Spiritum. So I just kind of just give them to her in her hair, little odds and ends in her hair, that because it's messy, so she tries to keep it as pinned in as possible, but it doesn't really work. And then she has ghostly hands. That's what that green stands for. They're ghost hands. And then she has her little charm around her. I forgot what that's called, and I don't want to look it up right now, but if you know what Spiritum looks like, you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't know what Spiritum looks like, you can Google it too, because I'm not going to put it up on the screen. I'm sorry. I really like Spiritom's colors. I made her a lot more saturated than Spiritum normally is. Spiritum's very unsaturated. I guess it's a ghost, so I guess that makes sense. But I wanted her to be bright and colorful and kind of crazy, which is why she has such long, crazy hair with all the odds and ends and whatnot in it. I really like her a lot. She was one of my favorites because she's just so wild, I guess. I don't know. What kind of Pokemon types are y'all's favorite? What do you guys like? Like, have you guys done any Pokemon Gijinkas? Are you planning on doing some? I'm actually planning on maybe also redrawing all the rest of them, maybe in a couple groups of 3 or 4, because I do have quite a lot that I really do love all of them, because they were like my children too. So I guess and then of course the little circle in her eye. Circle? What is that called? I don't know what that pattern is called, but y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And of course we end with the hair, because something you'll notice, and something I know I've said before, is I love hair. I love painting hair, and I think it's fun. She was, I don't know, I just think she was so much fun to redraw. She's kind of crazy, she's kind of kooky, but we love her anyway. So she's done there. I'm just gonna add some little glowy things. I just want to thank you guys for watching me draw these guys. I'm gonna put them all together so that way we can see them all together as a team, and then maybe by the end when I'm finished redrawing everybody, I'll try to fit them all together again. So I want to thank you guys for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what else you would like me to do. You should also follow me on Twitter, because that's where you'll see all of my most up-to-date drawings and activities. So those are the originals, and this is what they end up looking like. So you can you see a huge difference in my style as well. But thank you guys again for watching, and I just want to say have a great day. Bye.